Hello, this is Michael with digitaltshirtshop.com. So we are going to do a survey, and I wanted to do a video about starting the survey or organizing the survey, followed by a video um, about the results of the survey if we can get anybody to actually do it, take the survey. So basically, what I want to do is try to get some facts so that I can work off of facts rather than assumptions. Um, so first of all, I have made a lot of assumptions in doing this business. Um, and one of the assumptions that I have been making that's kind of pushing me towards buying another machine is that more people would like dark colored clothing than light colored clothing. And so I have more and more been wanting to uh, have a machine dedicated to printing white ink on dark clothing, black and dark colored clothing, in order to uh, increase my market share, the products that I'm selling and sales in general. Um, but I would like to have some assurance that that's actually the case before I actually go and make that decision. Now, I've made other assumptions. One assumption that I made in doing business as well was that if uh, I got into this because I was selling on Cafe Press, and Cafe Press takes a huge chunk of the revenue. And I thought to myself, wow, if I did everything myself, I would make so much more money than I made on Cafe Press. Well, what I wasn't taking into account is how much Cafe Press puts into marketing. They put an incredible amount into marketing. So that was something that I wasn't taking into account, and it ended up being incredibly difficult to generate sales when I was not able to duplicate some of the marketing that they do. So, and I'm sure that they've invested a lot and put a great deal of expense into successful marketing. So, I don't want to make any major mistakes. And so I'm going to do some of this market research to see if I can discover what people's interests are. In addition to that, there are other ways I can get some of this information. I could look for some industry trend information, some facts on that, or I could talk to people that I already know who do screen printing and get some of their insights as to what people's interests are as well. So, but basically, here's what I was going to try to find out from them. Now, the male and female, I think, is important because some of the questions that I ask have to do with the style of shirt that people are interested in buying. And then some of those decisions may be warped by or influenced by perspective. For example, a dad may not care quite as much, but a mom, one of the things that I think about that leads my perspective and whether they would like dark t-shirts or not is that moms want their kids to wear clean shirts, and a darker shirt's going to look clean longer than a white shirt. And I know that from doing the laundry and seeing my kids in white shirts that I've printed for them, and they get dirty incredibly quickly. So so I think that a male and female perspective can be might be different and might influence some of these questions. So, what color shirt do you wear? And I put down some options here, and maybe this might be also good to ask: what do you buy for your family? What colors do your family wear, or what do you wear? Or and maybe it might require you personally versus your kids. Now I just up here segmented into what a woman might buy for her kids. What a woman may buy for herself may be different than what a woman buys for her kids, and same with a man. which would also influence this question. So maybe I need to think that out just a little bit more as to how I'm going to ask that. And it may depend on how many questions I'm able to actually ask in the survey. I don't want to bombard people, but at the same time, I want to get some perspective. Um, do you like lighter or darker shades of t-shirts? Maybe this question is not important. Maybe that question's kind of answered by this question. Obviously, if they like black t-shirts, they like darker t-shirts. What blend of fabrics do you like? Now, the reason why I asked this is because the majority of my shirts are 100% cotton. And sometimes I look at it from the perspective of it's easiest for me to buy 100% cotton shirts, so you're going to get 100% cotton shirts. When in actuality, I can sell a cotton poly mix. In addition to that, people who just like this are not going to be my customers. They're simply not going to buy from me because I can't print on polyester, 100% polyester. Um, I don't know. This could probably be worded a little bit differently. They like some other blend, or it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter probably is good, but some other blend. I know there are quite a few out there that have, you know, rayon and spandex and other types of things in them that other people may prefer. And in general, I think they like at least a little bit of a blended tee because that also controls wrinkling. Oftentimes, um, you get a lot less wrinkling when it's not 100% cotton. So this is another thing that has plagued me a little bit is the V-neck. I get that I don't sell a lot of them because I don't push a lot of them, but I think in general the women's public prefer a V-neck over a crew cut shirt, where I think men in general prefer the crew cut, but I know quite a few men who would prefer a V-neck over a crew cut t-shirt as well. And that's something that I would like to see just how broad that appeal is. If you're a female, do you like a ladies cut t-shirt? Now, I do sell quite a few men's cut t-shirts to women, but I also sell an awful lot of ladies cut t-shirts. No, I'm a man. No, I like men's t-shirts. Yes, but I prefer that. No, I'm a man's. I don't know. I need to check my questions there, but my answers. But yes, I prefer a more boxy, or how to say yes. I prefer a man's t-shirt. Yes, I prefer a more boxy ladies cut t-shirt, and that would be one that doesn't is not contoured, more form fitting. Or yes, I prefer a fitted ladies t-shirt. And I guess I'm thinking about a couple different things there. A ladies cut t-shirt oftentimes is going to be shaped slightly different than a men's t-shirt, but they can be both boxy or somewhat form fitting. Form fitting, they taper a bit so that they hug the body a little bit more down around the torso as opposed to um, up in the chest area, and so they tend to fit a little bit more snug on women's, and a little bit more form fitting to the body. And I guess for most of the women that I've talked to, I think they more like a slightly fitted tee. Now I don't sell an actual fitted tee. But the one of the t-shirts that I buy has more of a contour to it that gives it more of a fitted feel as opposed to the boxy, loose t-shirt. So I'd like to just know that that's what their interest is. So I might need to play with the wording on these just a little bit so it seems like it's consistent from question to question, answer to answer. What would stop you from buying a t-shirt? Is there anything that really turns you off? So that might be a good answer. This is one area that I've uh, question. I am a cheap person. I admit it. I'm a cheap person. Uh, if I buy an item of clothing, it's usually off the discount rack at Kohl's. I rarely go in and buy something at full retail price. That is just me. I rarely buy a t-shirt. I rarely buy pants. I rarely buy sweaters. I rarely buy anything. And if I do, it's because it was on sale. It was like 70, 80% off. And that is just me. I have no problem with that. But there are a lot of people who go specifically to buy things at retail. And I just don't think that way. So if I look at a shirt, I'm always thinking, oh my gosh, I got to sell it as cheap as possible so people actually buy it. Now I'm conscious enough to realize that there's a point that that price is too low. You're undervaluing your brand, and I think that undervaluation may be around $10 or less. Um, Especially with adult t-shirts. Kid t-shirts, I think you can get quite a bit for under $10, especially you go to just regular stores. They're going to sell, a lot of them are going to sell it for under $10. The problem is I really can't make a lot of money selling it for under $10. And so I have most of my youth shirts, my general youth shirts, youth, toddler, infant tees selling at $11.99, and I have my adult t-shirt selling at $14.99. So how much should a t-shirt cost? Should it cost under $10, $10 to $15, 15 to 20? And this is what's hard for me is I often see people are selling them for $30 and $35, and I see these third party sites. If I sell it on Zazzle or Cafe Press or whatever, they sell a lot of shirts that are in that 20 to 30, $35 range. Um, and for me, I really have a hard time putting that price tag on there. Now, when you put that price tag on there, you're putting that price tag on there because of price, because of brand, because of the design, or because of the actual fabric of the shirt. And but a lot of those things need to kind of play into that. Is what are people willing to pay for that shirt? What would make you pay more for that shirt is the next question. Feels soft, this special blend of fabrics, the design, the brand name. Was it made in some special way, that adds that value to it? Now, I can sell a soft shirt and keep my price down, my cost down. The special blends of fabric are harder for me. The design and the brand name, I kind of have that. The special manufacturing is a little bit more difficult for me unless you consider digital direct to garment printing to be a special way where you're actually, especially you're customizing. And I think one area where I ought to probably raise the prices is that customization, adding a fee based on customizing that. And I'm going to lose power here. So, anyways, would you ever buy anything listed on digitaltshirtshop.com? So I want the people to actually go and look at it and see yes or no. I would maybe, or I would maybe not buy anything off of there. And what is Digital T-shirt Shop missing that you think would sell great, to get some sort of opinion? So I don't know. I kind of think it's well rounded. I'm going to keep working with the questions and answers to see if I can come up with something that would ensure that I have something kind of well rounded, that I get some adequate information from people if they respond to the survey, and also trying to keep it under 10 questions to ensure that it's not too time consuming for people who do take the time to go and answer it. And then we'll see what happens. But basically, this is what I'm going to try to do: is do some market research with people that I know, and see if the facts match any of my assumptions, and we'll see how that goes. So anyhow, we'll do another video after we've done the survey, and probably going to just use SurveyMonkey, or MailChimp, SurveyMonkey. I think Survey Monkey, I think is what it is. So, and then we'll do another video then. So, but in the meantime, we'd love to have you subscribe and view and follow our other videos and follow us and see how our business grows. Can we achieve our goal of an average of 20 shirts a day? So, we'll talk to you later.